the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
What is going on, boys and girls? We're here for round number 7 at Millville. So, getting close towards the end of this championship. As there are 11 rounds. We got, after this round, we'll have 4 more to go. So, it's cutting it close. You know, for all these guys to get in here to try to get some championships. Close in on their guys. It is starting to spread out. As we're going to swap over to this screen, I can show you these are the points for the 250s. It's almost a 50-point lead for KSC. Cam already has a 50-point lead over TJ, as we'll show that later on. But then it is, so it is going to be 47 to Froxy, and then 49 to Brad, and then 53 to Aaron, and 68 to Marco in P5. So that is kind of your top 5, and you can see all the way down to P10 there for all your points. Now we're going to swap over, scroll down to your 450 points. Like I said, Cam has that 50-point lead, as him and TJ have been swapping places pretty much every moto. They've been running the same positions. Moto 1, Moto 2, they've been swapping them back and forth, so they're tied, as you can see, the past couple weeks, or at least last week. Not they tied more. Well, they've tied a couple times. They tied at round 3. I guess they haven't been tying as much as I thought, but they've been keeping it close. And then Linz is still P3. He did tie with them. It was those 3 that tied for the overall win last week, but it was Cam that got it with the better Moto 2 finish over, I think, TJ, over Linz and then TJ. So, but yeah, 50-point lead to TJ, and then it is a 70-point lead to Linz. And then it is almost a 90. It's an 89-point lead to Trojan, and then a 95-point lead to Boy in P5. You see Jake, who did end up getting the win at Redbud. Unfortunately, not as good as a Southwick as we probably would have hoped for. But I unfortunately do not know when AMs go up. I would assume about the same time. But I do not really keep up with the Pro-Am stuff, so normally they run their motos for the same time as the actual aerial races, so just keep an eye for those. And then now we're going to go over to qualifying. So this is the 250 qualifying. It was Brad, your defending champ, who went 1-1 last week, so he finally found his footing, and it looks to continue it over, getting a P1 in qualifying over AJ of Moto Option. And then you got KFC, P3, and then you got K, and then you got Murda, Froxy, Theo, I think it's just Mateo, because he's French, Valentine, Counans, and Humbo are your top 10 for qualifying in 250s. Now on to the 450 class. It is Cam, P1 by almost a second over TJ. And then he is almost a second over Trojan. And then you got Lynn's P4, Mason P5, Davey 6, Aiden 7, Miles 8, 9th for Boy, 10th for Jake. There's one person I'm looking for. He got 23rd. Let's go Dizzle, making it in to the motos. Looks like Reed is not here, as he is, I think, playing Hell Let Loose. So I think Adam is supposed to be racing. I think he does EU. He might do NA. He does do EU, but he was 10 spots out. Unfortunate for Adam. Oh yeah, no, I couldn't. I woke up in the morning for one league race. It was an Australian league, and I woke up at like 4 in the morning to do it. And I said, "Fuck that, never again." But yeah, now you're ready to get some things started here. As always, I have not shouted it out, but I'll shout it out more during the motos. But you know, as always, these streams are now sponsored by Zyre FX. So 450U Pro-Am, not a clue. I would assume right now, but I don't know. I'm not in the Discord for the guys that run the EU, or sorry, that run the Pro-Am stuff. So I would not know specifically for you guys. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the 250s to start up. As that's who we're watching first. We're watching 250 Moto 1 and then 450 Moto 2. We're swapping every week. But yeah, I'll give more like pronounced script of the Zyrafx stuff as we get into the motos. The kits. I could look at as many kits as I want, but I'm gonna be honest with you, not a lot of them. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Nobody sends their stuff. As you look here, we got the Zyrafx boys. Obviously, they're sponsor the stream, so they should be sending their stuff by Moto Option. And then you go over here. Oh, we got Countins. He sent in his stuff a lot, and then it's AEO or the other guys that send in their stuff. See here with Nico and our One Industries with Bell helmets. Those are the only 3 teams / people that send in their stuff to me. Everyone else, I guess, just could not care less. Heck yeah. I'll keep an eye out for him for light. I don't know if he's 250 or 450, but and there's Marco. So now we're just waiting for them to start the race up. Countins rocking the all-white fly helmet. This is KC red plate holder. I used to get stuff from them for Supercross, but I guess I'm not for outdoors. If you see this bike, this is Froxy, as you could clearly tell. When he had the red plate, it was just an all red bike, but now that it's not, he's got all that. So, you're going to get ready for the start here at Millville for 250 Moto number 1 on the day. Going to have AJ on the far inside, then followed by Caden, somebody who just went back to the pits. And you got Smiles, Fred, Froxy, KFC, Brad. Someone else that went to the pits, Counans. It's Mateo that went back to the pits there. Valentin, Humbo, Gatorman, Ethan, Marco, Nacho, Dylan, Lipsec, Murda, Gurn, Redo, K, Nico, Jam, Meatball, Ethan, Aragon, Slime, Remy, Zepia, Porcino, and Lewis Hamilton. Hell yeah. Big man. Alright. Gate's about to drop here. Revs are up. Battle watch these guys from up top. See who gets a good jump here. If it's someone from the inside. Revs are up. Getting ready to go. Gates down finally. And it looks to be Froxy has a good jump on the inside. Then you got Marco there. Down the inside it is Marco getting the whole shot here over Froxy. If you could lead him on through with AJ following closely behind. I have not seen his name before. He's on Moto Option. Got P2. Could be running a different name than what he's run in the past. But front here is Marco Zyre FX, formerly known as Zyre in Supercross. If you remember him from there, anyone that's continued watching. But he's leading the race early over AJ as Brad, the defending champ, at P3. Covering the inside. Looks to be the main line here. It's got Froxy P4. They're doubling over this first tire tap line that they're hitting in real life. But Marco leading the way early over AJ, who's jumping almost on the back of him. Does not land on him, thankfully. And Brad looking down the inside. See if he can make the passer side by side over the catapult. Scrubs in his face. Taking the P2 just like that. So Brad looking to continue the momentum. Like I said, he went 1-1 last week at Southwick, trying to regain his spot in the championship here. And up Mount Martin they go. Then they're going to come back down and take a left. Brad into the lead just like that. Swoops on by the inside. And we get a restart. Hell yeah, you'll love to see that start. So we had some good racing, but now we are back to, unfortunately, missing out on a great start. It looked to be a great start. It looked to be a great battle. And now we got some person who did not go to the line in time. Heck yeah, we are an hour in to the night. Did my game just break? Still here, so we're going to leave a bit. Oh, it doesn't matter. My game said get fucked, so we might miss a start. What's up, Alex? On YouTube, just trying to get into these motos. And then Zepia's game crashed. So you'd love to see it. We'll see if we could load in time. Probably won't, but you know. Heck yeah. Gotta love the old MX bicycles, man. Just absolutely ruining it. Hashtag fix your game, Boboso. Yeah. I go on this rant all the time with friends, but like with Paboso, this game is his moneymaker, right? And he chooses to neglect it. Like I see all these small updates that I don't notice a fucking difference. I don't play a lot, but I know other people are like, oh, it doesn't make a difference. But you know, here we are. Attempt number probably 3, I think. See if we could get this thing kicked off and not have to restart. Where's my ball? Damn, far outside. God damn. Yeah, I heard. Oh my god. Why are we on orbit cam? I said I don't want fucking orbit cam on the shit. Alright, well, start is off great here. Gator Man looks to be out front here, so it's a different starting order from first time. So it's Gator Man, AJ, Froxy shooting up the inside, moves AJ off the track, absolutely sends him flying. Then you got Dylan, Murda, KSC, you got Nacho, Mateo, and Ethan back here along with Light. Looks like no Brad got a good start this time, so he is not going to be up here, but Froxy going after the lead, and he disappears just like that. So his internet told him to get fucked. And his game crashed. Hell yeah. Gotta love this game. Let's go. So Gatorman leading the way early. Ahead of KFC now, because Dylan had to double the catapult. So KFC in the P2 here early. Your red plate holder trying to capitalize on even more points from getting those 2 restarts. Now, we got to check back to see where Brad is up to. Gonna go back to see if we could see him. There he is down here. See, once it goes on through, looks like Caden is down on Zyre FX. Brad is up to P12. I think it's going to push him up to P maybe 11. Now it's P12. And there's another guy down. And Jam is down, so it looks like even more people are having their games crash. Love this game. Love it. Love it. But I guess we're going to continue to call the action here. Meatball, I do not see him. See if it goes down the order. There you'll see him there in P24. But back up the road, let's see, there's Light there. We're going to see we got Gatorman and KFC here. So see if KFC can get into the lead here before Brad catches up to him. Oh my god. I don't see Hicklin in this, so I don't know if he's racing the other class, but I doubted if he was in here. Typing as the race was going on, but we'll see if KFC can make some passes. And they're coming back up the hill. And somebody's down at the top. Oh my god, it's Mateo, Cowdens, and AJ. Oh, and more people. Valentine going. Oh my, it is carnage down here on the first downhill. So Brad is up to P4 now. He's got Light in P3 just ahead of him. And then it's going to go up to KFC and Gatorman up here leading the way. So now we just got to keep an eye on this fight here. I'm trying to scroll down to get my stats all up here. One-man show here, trying to hold it down. But KFC closing in on Gatorman here in the first sections. All the sandy parts, scrubbing the little table, coming into the rollers. No Whoop Monster in the middle. That's an ad for next time, Brad the Clay. And KFC down the inside takes down Gatorman. A little bit of lag there, as you can see, a bit of net code. Gatorman was kind of all over the screen. So KFC just took the chance, got the lead. Gatorman unfortunately went down because of it. And now Light got ahead of him and Brad, but Light tucks the front end on his own. Gatorman jumps off track, so Brad is now right behind him. Going to get into P2 just like that down the right-hand side, scrubbing for Gatorman. Brad is able to clear it, though, and into P2 he goes on the racetrack now. See if he can catch up to KFC. Hitting a little double here, going back down the hill. The inside line, Gatorman missed the inside line, so Brad will see if he can close into KFC. You see him just that little ways in the background there. Scrubbing these tables. And KFC going across the finish line. So see what Brad can run now in clean air. See if he could catch up to KFC. This is a fight. This is P1 and P2 in points. Although it is almost a 50-point... Or actually P3 because Froxy's P2. Although it is an almost 50-point gap. But Froxy, who was P2, had his game crash because this game is absolute garbage when it comes to stuff like that. So, it's unfortunate for him having a good shot at clawing back some points and then the game saying no. But now it's Brad's chance to try to gain even more points on KFC. Like last week, to get himself as close as he can back into this title with 5 rounds to go, including this one. Through the rollers. See based on the lap times if he's able to catch him. See if he's going to wait till later to try in the road to catch up to him. Going up the hill the first time here. So it's close in about a second, maybe 2 seconds here for Brad. So he's keeping it close, and he tucks the front end just like that on the first downhill. So Gatorman's going to get on by him. And Ethan is closing in on that moto option machine. He had a time mistake, had to single the double. So now it is back to a 8-second gap as AJ is down from the uphill come. He launched. Oh, and then there goes another person of Nacho. And even more guys are down in that corner. So it is just chaos in the back of the pack here. Somehow Brad did not end up going down. But he loses a bunch of time. He is ahead of Gatorman on timing and scoring because Gatorman has those 4 seconds of cuts. Looks like not anymore though. Looks like Brad is just about even with him. So now we got to keep an eye on Brad to see if he could work his way back up again as KFC is still your leader. up front. Now he has about a 12-second lead with Gatorman's cuts. I see him up here on the number 12 machine. He's been leading the points since round 2 or 3, I believe. He's been leading the points. Maybe, no, actually, it might have been round 1. I think he got it at round number 1 because Zaire's game ended up crashing in Moto 2, which cost him the chance of getting into the points lead with the 4-1 compared to KFC's. I think he went like 8-1 or something like that because of it. And he's held on to the points lead ever since and never relinquished it to anyone else. On that SKR machine, backed by SPX Performance. It looks like he's not charging down the hill as much as others, which is helping him stay up there and not have to worry about a crash. He also went to the outside. There's Gatorman going middle. Brad also going middle. Well, then he probably lost it at some point, but he's had it for majority of the season. My bad, I couldn't remember stuff from 2 months ago, man. Let me correct myself, then. KFC has had the point seed for all but 1 round. Well, Fruxy had it, and then absolutely threw it away by going 18-18 that week. But back to racing to see if Brad can close back in. Yeah. All that matters is he does not have it now, and coming into this round, he was 50 points back. That's probably why I don't remember Fruxy having it for too long. You see Gatorman offside of track, so now Brad might get him on track. Yeah, totally glazing the French. I will shit on anybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. Anybody fast this game has sat in the room for 3,000 hours to get fast. And you're talking shit in a Twitch chat, dude. Like, you're so cool. So we got Brad battling Gatorman now. See if Brad can get on by him to get some clean air. Both of them scrubbing, staying low here. So Gatorman kind of coming out of nowhere. I haven't seen his name before. Unless it's a new name that he's running under, as a lot of these guys tend to do. They tend to change names quite a bit. Looks like KFC might have gone down while he was in the lead, so now it's only a 3-second gap back to Brad now. So now we got to check and see how close they can get. All taking the inside line here. Getting a quick little double. And Gatorman is up to 5 seconds of cut, so does have to push those 5 seconds if he gets around KFC. Man, his Chubbs, okay. Makes a little more sense on the kind of pace. But Brad is able to get on by him just like that, scrubbing down the right-hand side of the catapult. And now he's able to see KFC just up the road, so we'll see if he could get on by him. As it looks like Gatorman's trying to come back down the inside to not have a good enough run to get there, but he's now right on his back tire. As they're about to go back up the hill, misses the inside rut as Brad gets it, so now they're closing in. And Brad is starting to see his teammate of KFC just right ahead of him now. It's now within a second. See if he can make the pass. So closing in on the finish line here now. See the fastest lap times of the race. It is Brad, about a second quicker than anyone else for his fastest lap. And go over as it's just about to pop up. You got the fastest last laps, which was Brad, 2 seconds quicker than anyone else. Granted, like I said, KFC did have a crash. So now we gotta see when they come around next time if KFC is able to pick that pace back up, because it's looking about stabilized. Brad isn't gaining any more than he got close to him to. So KFC still holding on strong. You see Slime pulling out the waist lapper. Good job on him. KFC, like I said, it's stabilized. We'll see if he could pull the gap back out like he was early on in the moto. We are about halfway through this moto. Going up Mount Martin. We'll see. Just goes to get there. Starting to gap Gatorman. He's down 9 seconds. Don't know if that was with the crash or just these guys' pace. Is leveled out. And then they got 26 seconds down to Ethan in P3. Guys are starting to gap the field. Seeing a one-on-one battle between these two. Back down the start. Coming back into the sand section of the track. Said nothing's changed in that lap. Gonna look at that. Brad and KFC are your two quickest. Brad about 8/10 ahead of him, 7/10, and then they're both about a second quicker than anyone else, at least. Going down the middle part of the sand. Tend to do this about every race. Bring it up that obviously ZyraFX is our sponsor and is proudly sponsored the stream, and it is powered by Moto Option. If you're looking for custom graphics from the MX bike scene, bike packages, team packages, bike graphics, pit boards, gear, other custom work, just make sure to check them out. ZyraFX, performance in every detail. Their Discord is kind of going on through with a Nightbot in the chats. If you guys want to join that to look at their prices, check them out, see the work that they do for all these guys. But back into the racing action. Still no changes here other than these guys just pulling ahead. Light in the P3 position, so good on him. From what I'm hearing, first race. Let's go through the double section here. Going back down to the finish line. And Brad is down here. Looks like he went down in the rut before the finish. It's cost him a bunch of time, and now KFC is pulling out the lead because of it. So just like that, he forced Brad to pick up the pace, and it has cost him a crash. So back to where we were at the beginning of the moto. 8-9 second lead for KFC. Brad P2. And you have to go all the way back here to find your P3 of Light on that CGG racing machine. They got Jam and Gatorman battling back here. Looks like Gatorman is trying to make the pass. He does have 7 seconds of cuts compared to Jam's 5. These two are fighting hard for P4. It's like nothing happening there. And then you go back ways. You got Ethan of Moto Option, followed by Ethan of MRC. Then you got AJ, as it looks like Slime's down at his lap. And then you got Cownins here. And then Nacho, who is P10, was Nacho. Then you got Gurn up here. We'll go Gurn getting up there, P11. Then you got K up to P, looks like 12. He has a bunch of cuts. Ooh, someone went down. That looks to be Lewis ahead of Nico, who Nico just got by. So Nico, we was fighting for top 10s early on in the championship from what I remember. And now it's just not been getting some good starts. So he's had to claw his way through the field almost every time. Gets up to about 10th almost every moto. So the results not really showing the ride from him. Back up here with Light and Gatorman. So Gatorman caught back up to Light. Light still has that 6-second advantage because of the cuts. Ooh, Gatorman almost mistake. It does look like Brad made another one because it's up to 18 seconds, almost 19. 19 with cuts. And then Light kind of moves over. Gatorman gets on through. Don't know if it was intentional or not, but made it easy for Gatorman. Probably knew he has a bunch of cuts. Doesn't have to really fight him for it. And he can stay within 6 seconds, and he will still finish ahead of him by the end of it with 10 minutes and 2 laps left to go here at Moto 1 in Millville. Just keep an eye on him just ways back like before. He is still GM on that SKR machine. Got his 2 teammates battling 1 and 2, and then here he is down here in P7 because of his cuts, but he should be about P5 on track. And you go back ways. This is Ethan of Moto Option with AJ, his teammate, and then Ethan of MRC as well. So looking down the inside is Ethan of MRC. Can he make the pass? No, looks like AJ is going to hold on for now, taking that inside. He's going to stay in between the Ethans here. Got his teammate up ahead. First one misses the rut. AJ's going to get on by him, makes a mistake. So now both the Ethans are battling. Ethan of Moto Option trying to make the pass on his teammate. Could not make it happen. Ethan of MRC looking down the inside. Could not make it happen. So now it's AJ, Ethan of Moto Option, and then Ethan of MRC. One of them looking down the inside. Got a little squirrely, slides out. Could not make the catapult, and that's going to cost him some time. So now AJ and Ethan both on Moto Option, trying to pull away from the Ethan of MRC. I'm going to get away from this battle because that is confusing to say both names of Ethan. So then you got Nacho right behind them. He's up to 9th now. You got Slime the Lapper on that HFR machine. Good on him. And you got K of Omen, so he's up to P10 now. Then you're going to see Nico coming on through in P11. P12 for Hamilton. P13 is going to be for Caden of Zyra FX. 14 for Redo. 15 for Lipsec. 16 for Dylan. 17 for Gurn. 18 for Smiles. And 19th for Murda, who did have a chance at being in this title fight. I think he got the overall win at, if I am correct, actually he didn't get the overall win. He got a moto win, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he got a moto win at Hangtown. I could not follow it up in the second moto, which put him pretty close in the title fight. He was only about a point or 2 back. I might be thinking Supercross. So, but he had a shot at this title, the 250 West champion for EU in Supercross. Trying to put back together in outdoors as he's kind of falling apart here. Just got past those first couple rounds. Yeah, it was what's his nuts? Nico's one that sends AEO's gear to me, so it's whatever he included in there. So we're gonna go up a bit. We're gonna see if Nico has his boots in there. I mean, Nico's got the red boots, so maybe Murda's just not rocking them. As K is down in P10, so Nico's now going to be right behind him. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Nico's the one that sent me stuff, so he probably just sent me his boots. But K just ahead of him, and then you got, I think, Nacho just up the way. K-Tuck's front end goes over the bars. Does a wheelie and a turn. Not really the best way to execute a corner. But over the catapult. Yeah, Murdo doesn't really send me his stuff. It's all Nico that sends all. Nico just sends all the AO stuff and obviously his custom stuff. Yeah. Damn, Nightbot really told you to shut up, Kyle. Oh, and Slime. Oh, never mind. Slime is a lapper. Well, shut up, Alex. You care to send me Moto Academy stuff, or was that a Supercross only deal? Yeah. I get that, Kyle. Yeah, no, Pumpkins. Okay. I mean, I don't care if you send it in drag or drop or not, Alex. I mean, I've given up on telling people to, because then at this point, like, nobody sends me stuff. So it's like I'll just take what I can get. It's not like everybody send me stuff where I gotta individually drag like 200 kits. It's like maybe 5 a week. Keep an eye on Nico here. Like I said, he's up to P10 now. Got Nacho up ahead of him. But that's a pretty big gap because Nacho isn't even... Damn, Nacho isn't even here. Wow, what is Nacho? How far up is he? Yeah, that's fair. Oh my God, what a track wrencher from Valentine there. Just absolutely sent Ethan and Moto Option to the ground. And Valentine is a lapper. So he shot off the track and then absolutely murdered a guy coming back on, a leader coming back on. Goes down himself. There goes Nacho, there's AJ. And see Ethan and Moto Option here. A little crazy action. A little boring here, to be honest with you. It's really KFC leading and then everybody else all spread out. Got 3 more minutes and then we go on to the 450 class. It's their Moto 2. See how they went in Moto 1. I know TJ and Cam have not really been playing this game. So it's allowed Linz to kind of close in. See that past couple weeks where he's staying P3 and battling with guys. Even last week tying with them in overall. TJ has not played the game since last round at Southwick. And Cam, I don't know, probably the same. But here we go here. Seeing if AJ, like I said, everyone's spread out. So there's not really battles I can commentate on. It's just like fly around, see if I could find anything. See, Nacho, it's showing that Nacho is right next to Light. But that's not within a second. So the reason why 4, 5, and 6 are so close is, Jam has a shit ton of cuts. And obviously this is Nacho and that's Light somewhere. I don't know. But this is actually never mind. I'm wrong. I'm just blind. But like they're there, but not. So like, this is really the battle for 4th. But not really, because Ethan has 2 seconds of cuts. Nah, you're all good. I'm just like... I obviously I went to go watch it, but it's like... Oh, and there goes Light down like that. It's just like everyone's... It looks a lot closer on your end. My end, I could see like their actual lifetime, and it doesn't add their cuts to it, so I know how close they are on track compared to timing. So that's just how I know compared to you guys. Yeah, mine just shows they're on track. Timing doesn't account in their cuts compared to that leaderboard on there. And almost everyone is separated. Like, unless I go back to, like, 17th, and it's like, meh, they're getting lapped. Like, look at screen time, either way. So it's really at that point that you'll probably notice almost every week that we're just waiting for the motos to kind of get over with. Everyone's not really fighting. This Ethan of MRC or the other Ethan of Moto Option? Hicklin. MRC, nice. I get it because probably both their names, but goddamn, man, it's confusing because they're both same pace. So like a lot of these motos, and even in Supercross, they were battling each other, and it's just you got this Ethan and that Ethan battling left right, and it's hard to call. Oh, Jam down here, so now it's a close battle for P4 on track. Ethan has them, I think, on cuts because of it. But this is gonna be a good fight here to see who finishes at a who. So Ethan is ahead of Jam on timing and scoring. It looks like Jam is now behind Light on timing and scoring because of his cuts. Time has expired. KC has obviously crossed the line already, so we're going to have to go 3 laps to go for these guys. See them battling it out. Hell yeah, that's the fight. Almost all their riders outside of the top 10. Do you mean inside the top 10, or are they actually all outside of the top 10? Just absolutely shit in the bed. I bet I probably won't be able to download it. English hard there. I probably won't be able to download it for this stream, but I'll probably have them for the next. So Jam got right ahead of Mateo, and now he's pulled away from Ethan here on MRC. But like you can still see up there in timing scoring, Ethan is still ahead of him because he has 5 less seconds of cuts. Oh, nice. Is Aiden one of them? That's the big question, because Aiden has been struggling for top 10s. Down the first year. Oh, okay, that's just Mateo. That's the lapper. Too big, but Ethan. Oh, nice. Good for Aiden. Good for Aiden. Getting a top 10. Ethan backs out of it. Does not fully go after him. Side by side. The netcode does not like it when me and NA watching the ZU riders. Nice. Good for Aiden. Good for Aiden. Love to see it. Those public lobbies he does during the week now are helping out. And they're coming up to 2 to go here. They're scrubbing the tables. Ethan didn't scrub, so left him higher. Come back down to the finish line to the right. Scrubbing the finish. So 2 to go for these guys. As keep an eye on timing and scoring. Yeah, right, for Aiden. Jeez. Yeah, about time he's not the last Element FXR rider. Making it more like Supercross, where he's kind of like second or third. But yeah, keep an eye on timing and scoring, because you see Brad is closing in. It is, I think, showing 8 seconds, or it's going to show 8 seconds. For me, it's saying he's only 5 seconds down on track. And he's got 3 seconds of cuts. So, he is getting close. It's about 4 seconds down on track, is what it's showing me. So just keeping an eye on this battle here as we keep an eye on timing and scoring up there. See if KFC kind of tosses this one away or not, or if he could hold on here for the final lap and a half for him. Okay, KFC is slowly losing it because Brad on my screen is showing he's now down to 4 seconds. So where is he? That's Slime. That is a lapper. Here is Brad. And then you see there's KFC just up the road there. So 1 lap to go. We'll see if Brad can close in the 4 seconds here. If not, it's another win to KFC, and it's going to give him 3 more points over Brad to boost his point lead over 50. Is that Brad? No, that is Valentine the Lapper. Sorry, I meant KFC, but... So right now it is 49 over Brad going into this moto. So it would be, yeah, it would be up to 52 points ahead of Brad after this moto if it were to stay like this. But we'll see if Brad can close in. Gonna take a look at that. Brad's last lap time. So KFC had a crash, but Brad's still running a 56.8. And these were his best lap time was a 54.5. So his last lap time would put him third or fourth quickest on track for total lap times. And we're at the end of the first 30-minute moto. Just keep an eye on that. Looks like AJ of Moto Option retired. Let's go so you see everybody that's retired. But it's down a second now from the beginning of the lap. I don't think there's enough time for Brad, but he's keeping it close. You should probably start, I mean, yeah. I would assume that, but like a lot of people quit late in the game show. But yeah, sucks for him. Sucks for a lot of people. A lot of people's game crash here. Pretty sure it's not the track because they didn't hit anything. Hitting the road spot. All right. That'll be the problem. But Brad got loose there. That might have cost him it. Oh, never mind. He has 3 seconds of cuts, so it's like it doesn't matter. He has to beat him by 3 seconds. I thought this was a lot closer. I was not counting Brad's cuts. I thought he was pass him and win. But it looks like that is not going to happen. I think KFC is going to get this one done here. It's going to be his 4th moto win of the year at Millville. Moto number 1. KFC is going to extend his points lead heading into moto number 2. That makes moto win number 4 on the day. So props to KFC getting it done. He had a few lucky restarts as he did not get a good one last time. Or the first time we tried starting this thing. But now he's able to get it. Now we should be heading on to the 450 class. All right. Heck yeah. Brad P2, Gatorman P3. All right. Today, there's no way they lapped up tonight. No, they didn't lap up tonight. He just finished already. All right. Now we're on to 450s. I am going to go back to this screen and kind of see all the finishing results. Oh, Smiles out of gas. I hate to see that for him. All right. Oh, close. Yeah, let me do that before I leave. Let me do that before I leave for you. If I could, if I mean, I feel like these are the custom boots. They're just covered in dirt. Nice. All right, I'm gonna go join for 450 class. Okay. Oh. Ooh, nice. Okay, let's Okay, Troy P2. You love to see it. All right, still loading in. Okay. I don't know when AM starts personally. I don't really keep track of it. I just show up, stream an A. That's about it. Oh yeah, let me Okay. That's Moto 1 results right there. If anyone curious. I'll leave it up for a bit. Oh man. Yeah, solid, solid. P6 for Aiden. 5 through 9 is all LMNF. You got Frank at P10. Neon 12th. He told me he was going to hope to do better, but, you know, can't blame him. I don't play this game either. So, Lynn's P4. Oh, yeah, let me edit. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, give him the pro tuning. Factory Ducati. Not the tear offs on the finish line. See how deep this shit is. So let's see. This is the main line they're hitting. It's just choppy to hell. And then they kick into this. Make the finish line. Let's go check out Mount Martin. So lots of them. Getting some speed. They're launching. They're landing about either in this knuckle. And then you got this whole knuckle here that bumps you into here. And you can either take the full inside, which, you know, choppy as fuck. Or you go middle, which is also choppy as fuck. Or then you got the smooth outside. But if you fuck this up even a tiny bit, you're going in the bales. Or you're just flying over him and tumbling down here. And you gotta try to find your way back up. It's criminal putting both pizza places right next to each other. The fuck does that say? It's an Invincible. Whatever truck that is. It's a box truck, apparently. Let's see here. Why the fuck does that happen with their jerseys? Like, you see how it fades? Kai Dizzle, I got your stuff, got your stuff. There we go. Better clean the bike, Dizzle. Better clean the bike, gotta have that thing looking nice and purty for the moto. For it to get absolutely taken out off the start, but at least you'll look good doing it. the stock pipe. To be fair, they do run them out of swap anyways, so. Got regular, we got Aiden's bike, little neon green, love to see it. Match the monster. Is there a monster on the, okay, there's a monster. I do wish to match the Yamaha, they did put, you know, make the blue a little neon green, like the Yamaha, but. Yeah, well that's, I run that model swap, and I don't think they do. That's like default blue gear. You see that? I don't know if it's like good for you guys to see, but like it's default blue gear. Then you zoom in, and then it's FXR. But it's only their gear that does that shit. Like, oh, I don't know where he's at, but I was like, if I find Dizzle, his gear doesn't do that. Oh, boys, we starting. Alright, let's see. We got Jake, Breezy, Frank, Davey, Trojan, TJ, Cam, Neon, Bedden, Linz, Pickle, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to name everyone, but yeah. See, Dizzle shit doesn't fade. So yeah, it's got to be like something that they did, because theirs is a lot more faded than Dizzle's right now. And then Boy and Braden are mixed in with each other. Love to see that. But revs are up for 450 moto number 2, the final moto of the day. Gates down. Dizzle absolutely shit the bed on the start. Come on, Dizzle, do better, buddy. And Cam looks to be getting into the first turn first. It's going to be Cam with the whole shot. Never mind. Better do better this start, Dizzle. Oh my god, I think there's... Jesus. Okay, so it looks like wherever we see this person, it is Braden, not Boy. Because Boy is obviously riding, Braden is not. It's like that old MX Rider game where it's like select your bike and fucking it just spins around like this. Okay, Dizzle at least clean the bike. Got AB Customs. Thrill Seekers. The eyes of the man, and Dizzle has to worry about all these extra riders trying to take him out. Like the one that Element FXR uses. Yo, I just realized none of the other Yamahas have handguards except for Dizzle. How the fuck did that happen? How do none of them have handguards except for Dizzle's? Alright, well. I broke the game, apparently. Oh, Breezy, no, you did not put your number on the actual bike. Breezy, no. Alright, gate's getting ready to drop, boys. See if we could get through more than a corner this time. Res her up. Gate's getting ready to drop. Gate is finally down here for 450 moto number 2. Looks like Neon wheeling his way into the first corner, but it's going to be Bedden and Linz taking the early lead here. So Bedden getting the whole shot over Linz, and then you have Trojan in P3 followed by Cam, who's going to die and tuck the front end there in the second corner. So Neon's going to get on by him along with Breezy. Into the rollers they go. Trojan trying to keep the momentum up, go around the outside of Linz. Can't do it. Linz is going to jump by into the lead here. Troy's trying to follow him. Down the inside he goes. And right on his way through. This is third and fourth and points here. Trying to battle with Bedden in between. Cam down in 12th place, it looks like right now. Neon just behind them trying to... Never mind. Neon threw it away just like that. Come on, Neon. Got Marco. So Breezy now trying to get ahead of Trojan. Breezy finally finding some speed here. He's been kind of the consistent guy. He's not always up front, but since Redbud, he has been up front almost every week. Almost every moto there. Jumping off the side of the track. But Lynn's leading the way early, looking to go 4-1 here today. We'll see where everyone else is finished to help him try and get an overall. As Cam got P2, so Lynn just has to finish. If Cam gets third, then Lynn would beat him. So Lynn would need someone to finish in between him and Cam that is not TJ. But Breezy trying to hold on in P4 here. He's got Trojan right ahead still. Bedden still holding on strong in P2, and Lynn's not fully able to pull away, but he's got himself a decent gap to, get enough of a breather. And then Bedden front flipping, saves it somehow. But Troy's going to get into that P2 spot because of that mistake. And now Breezy's looking to go on by him as well. Troy holding on the right side of the track here. Cutting over to the left to take the inside line here. To hold on to that P2 position. Said Bedden over the bars once again. Might have a problem with his suspension. He's kicking him over the bars a lot. But it's going to be Breezy and then Cam up to P4 now. Looks like somebody off the side of the track. Two guys stuck together. Going up Mount Martin the first time here, following Cam. See how far P can get. He's got to get up to P2 if Linz still ends up winning this thing. To win the overall here. This Breezy goes off the track a little bit, but he's able to hold on. Oh, Breezy is down in the corner. Cam gets into him. They're both going to have to go off track. Might give both of them cuts because of it. So we're going to see when these two cross the line if either of them get some cuts. Scrubbing the tables up here in the back section before the finish. Linz crosses the line. He's got about a 5-second lead over Troy. Here comes Cam. Looks like Breezy went down there before the finish. Cam did get a second at cuts. Looks like Aiden is going to move forward. Look at Aiden. Millville is his track, apparently. Getting to P6 Moto 1, and now he's up to P5. He has some cuts, so Mason is ahead of him. Not for long. Looks like Breezy got 3 seconds of cuts. He has Jake getting on by him, and now TJ is trying to get around him right now. Going down the inside. Makes the pass. And that is TJ up into P6 on track. Probably up to P5 after this, but Jake is ahead of him. Breezy trying to work his way back. TJ getting a drive down the right-hand side. Jake puts the hand up. TJ leaves the room, goes around the outside, makes the pass, and Jake makes mistakes. Breezy's going to get on by him. Marco and Miles are not able to get by. There's Axel Bettis. I still have not seen Mason. I think he's up here on timing and scoring when he should not be, because it's showing him 35 seconds down on my screen. So see when it updates. But as it stands right now, it is Linz, Trojan, and Cam. Cam trying to make a move on Troy here. Around the outside, going to set him up for the inside. Troy cases, and Cam is into P2 on track, but he has that second to cut, so now has to pull away from Trojan, and that would end up giving him the overall victory if he can hang on here for P2 at least. Linz has a 8-second gap over these two. So, alright, we're just going to keep an eye on timing and scoring for them. Let's go back to see Aiden P4 on track. So we'll see if it, once across the line, if it'll fix itself with Mason being further down. It doesn't, but we know. We got TJ P5, P6 for Breezy, 7 for Jake, 8 is going to be for Miles, 10 for Bedden, 11 for Marco, 12th for Axel, 13th for Danny, but Frank's trying to get by him for 13th as he does. 14th for Danny. It's going to be 15th for Miggle Pibble. 16th for Davey. 17th for Stein. And 17th for J7. 18th for, that would be Mason and Dark mixed together. And 19th for Dizzle. Come on, Dizzle, get up there. Got a bunch of riders up ahead of him. Better pass them. Hey, there's one free one right there, J7. Let's go, Dizzle. More passes. Back on Aiden as Cam made a mistake before the catapult. So down he went. So now he's down to P, looks like 5 right now. Battling with his teammate TJ. These two look to have fought for the win in Moto number 1. Oh, TJ jumps too far and lands on Aiden. Down he goes. I think Aiden had a mistake, so he didn't jump as far into the turn as he probably normally does. Now Cam trying to get by Aiden, looking down the inside, hits the back tire, almost dies. Oh, it's on it to it. And he's going to take the inside right away from Aiden and back into P3. He goes just like that. And I think that's Troy down up ahead. It is. So that is up to P2 again for Cam as Aiden gets stuck on his bike. Jake is going to get by TJ. And never mind, he decides to high side out of the corner. Down he goes. So TJ is going to get right on back by him into P4. And now he has Troy right ahead of him. See if he can make that pass into... I'm sorry, this would be for P4. TJ got back up to P5. Around the middle. Into P4 goes TJ just like that. Troy didn't have much of a fight for him, but he's keeping it close just in case something happens. And just like that, just as I say it, TJ goes down, tucks front end, and Troy is right back by him now. Now we got Aiden still in that P3 spot with Cam P2. So Lynn's probably kicking himself for letting Troy beat him in Moto number 1. If you did end up getting that P3, it'd make it a lot easier by only having to beat Cam by 1 position by winning. Now I need Cam to get P3. Up Mount Martin, there you go. And down goes Cam, and he's getting flung down the hill. Wait till his bike stops. There it finally does. Aiden's going to go on by. Troy decides to follow in pursuit, so there's got to be something with the road that is kicking them out here. I think I have found the culprit. That is unfortunate. Jake just barely misses it. So Cam is down in P3 and Aiden up to P2. Let's go, Aiden. Get some points. Getting some good finishes on the podium now. It's kind of what we expected from Aiden after seeing the Supercross season. I know he said coming into this he wanted to be top 10. But now he's doing even better than that. He's battling for top 5 last moto, and now he's battling for a podium spot here in P2. With Cam right behind him in P number 3. Through the start they go here. We are only 10 minutes into this thing. We still got 20 minutes and 2 laps. Yeah, a bunch of fast guys in top 20. You got Linz, Aiden, Cam, TJ, Troy, Mason, Jake, Frank, Axel, Bedden, Davey, Miggle, Boy, Danny, Miles, Breezy, Marco, Dark, Stein, J7, and then even got Meeks in P21 and Blue in 22, Lorenzo 23, Dizzle 24, Bobby, Neon, Flo, Moto, LC, Braden, Peter, and then Callum said, "Fuck this, I'm done." Said, "Fuck this, I'm going to play Hell Let Loose." So here's Cam trying to get back to Aiden. They now have the same amount of cuts at 2 seconds. See if they can battle it out here for a P2 position. Scrubbing here, camera on the outside. Sorry, I just mine went blank there for a second. Forgot that I was supposed to be commentating this race instead of just watching it. But camera on the outside makes the pass into P2. And just like that, Aiden, he's still in the podium position for a P3. He's still going to be his best finish of the year, beating his previous best, which was last moto in a P6. It's kind of the biggest fright of my life. I had to check because I thought I had my mic muted. This whole time I was like, damn, that'd be awkward just commentating here with 12 minutes in, realizing your mic's muted. But Aiden here, we'll keep an eye on that and timings. Oh my god. Oh, no mind. That's just Mason popping up. So TJ here in P4 still. 5 for Troy now. 6 for Jake. 7 for Frank. Oh yeah, Linz Barkin didn't get the whole shot, but he took the lead here in the sand rulers on the first lap after the whole shot. So got in a lead early, and he has not looked back once. Got Axel here on Zyre FX, holding on strong on a 105 machine in P8. 9 for Mickle Pickle, 10th for Danny, 11th for Miles, 12th for Davey, 13th for Marco, 14th for Bedden, who's up front early leading, 14th for Breezy, 15th for Mr. Mason, 16th for Blue, 17 for Stein, 18 for Lorenzen, 19th for Neon. Damn, Neon, what the heck happened there? Alright, now we're going to try to find some battles. It's now at that point where the field is starting to spread out here. Everyone's trying to find their own little lane and try to gain as much points as they can. Got Miggle Piggle battling with Danny. I don't know if it's the reference that I'm looking for, but where I get that reference from is a guy named Jar Jar on YouTube. He does some FIFA content, and that's what he names all of his coaches. Is Miggle Piggle, so don't know if that's where that guy got that name from or not, but that's where I recognize that name from. And Davey just behind these guys trying to get into the top 10. Oh, looks like Cam made another mistake, so Aiden is back up into P2. So Aiden might get a P2 finish here. Might go 6-2 for, I think, 4th overall. I don't even know if this is the right guys I'm looking for. Maybe not. There we go. Found Aiden and Cam. Well, let's see. TJ would go 1-4, which a 4-2 would, or which a 6-2 would not beat. Troy would go 3-5, which I think a 6-2 would beat. Yep, 6-2 would beat that. Lynn's going 4-1. It would not be beat by Aiden 6-2, and then Cam going 3-2-3. Don't think would be beat either. But Cam looking down the inside here makes the pass back, so now we don't gotta worry about that math. Let's see it. 3-6. No, because fucking I'm stupid. So yeah, it'd be a P4 overall for Aiden if he can get Cam in P2. And it would also help Linz get the overall victory if Aiden can end up doing that. It's basically Aiden, never mind. It's he's down right there before the finish. Commentator's curse. Sorry about that, Aiden. I apologize. But TJ is up into P3. Somebody has to beat both these Moto Academy boys for Linz to get the overall victory. As that is Lapper Fish, who I think just retired. But right now, as it stands, I think Linz would beat Cam. Just another lapper down. Math is going to be hard, but he lost 4 points, and now he's going to gain 3. Never mind, he's going to get 3rd overall. He's going to lose the overall by 2 points to TJ and 1 point to Cam. If things finish the way they are right now. So that podium definitely would have helped out Linz. I don't know how close he was to it by the end of it. I didn't fully check the timing. I just know the results. That was just unfortunate for him. Kicking himself at a shot at an overall. But with the speed that he's holding compared to these guys, I think he definitely has a shot to do it in these next 4 rounds if he cannot get it done today. Now we're just watching TJ. He's your defending Supercross champion, and now he's coming in outdoors. I would assume trying to get advantage on Cam, but I mean, these guys are both buddies, so it's like, meh. But probably wanted to be closer than 50 points by now. He did end up losing 25 immediately off the gate with his game crashing on lap 1 at Paula as he was about to be in the lead. It was like lap 1 or 2 that it crashed as he was about to go into the lead, so hate to see that for him. So that's an extra probably 25 points that he would have been closer because he won the second moto there. But now see if he could catch up to Cam. So these two are both going quicker than Linz. TJ did in fact go 2 seconds quicker, about 1.5 seconds quicker than Cam, and over 2 seconds quicker than Linz. They go to their best laps of the race. Neon has the best. Damn, okay. And then TJ, and then Cam and Linz. Looking on the timing, I don't see anyone really battling. Got so busy with the battles, I forgot to do this. Since I've told them that I will do it probably once per race. So we go here. Obviously, just letting everyone know, everyone that wasn't here in the first moto to hear it or at the beginning of the stream. The stream is proudly sponsored by ZyraFX, powered by Moto Option. If you're looking for custom graphics within the MX bike scene, whether it's bike graphics, team packages, pit boards, gear, or other custom work, make sure to check them out. The Discord link is scrolling through the chat. It's being posted by Nightbot. Just kind of look through that either on YouTube or Twitch, whichever chat you're in. Zyra effects, performance in every detail. So just like that, be sure to check them out. This battle is starting to close on in here between Cam and TJ, the two teammates. If TJ passes Cam, that would give Linz P2 overall, but it does not help TJ any bit as he already has the overall victory on lock right now. All it's doing is helping Linz get P2 overall, like I said. As Cam Jones has to try to... Holy fuck, dude. You would not know that English is my first language. How much I fuck it up. Yeah, I was going to say, Cam made a mistake just after TJ did in the corner. And it's LC pulling off side of track, letting the leaders go. Good on him. TJ does have 2 extra seconds of cuts compared to Cam. So just gotta keep an eye on that. It's about to go up Mount Martin here. There's 9 minutes and 2 laps left to go here. All right. Oh, and TJ. Oh, never mind. Cam. Sorry, I forgot Cam was up front, but he's the one that tucked it on the downhill ahead of his teammate at TJ. So down back to P3 he goes. It's going to put Linz up to P2 now in the overall standings. TJ would still win with his 1-2. Over Linz is 4-1. And Cam's 3-2. So now we got to keep an eye on this. So good ride from Aiden up P4. And it's Jake 5, Trojan 6, Frank 7, 8 for Davey, 9 for Axel, and 10 for Breezy. It shows other people there, but on my timing and scoring, it shows people a lot more farther back. Like, Boy, it shows him a minute 50 down on track, and it shows for me that Mason is a minute 20 down on track. So that would put him behind Breezy, who would be 10th with a minute 13 down on track. Plus his 6 seconds. But TJ Scrumbin, let's head up here. Okay. Lynn's just taking out Lorenzo. Love to see it. Lappers not fully moving out the way, so just move him yourself. This guy, I haven't talked about him much. You know, he already has a moto win on the year. I believe that was at Redbud Moto 2. It was, yep. Then he got that moto win. And he's been consistent at Southwick. He like I said, he tied for the overall win, and now, about to go 4-1 for P2 overall. If he could hang on here for his next 6 minutes plus 2 laps. We haven't talked about him much. It was like a second place start. Got by Bedden about 3 corners into it. Whenever coming back from the Sound Rollers, and he has not let go of it since. And now he has about a 20-second lead with penalties applied for TJ. It's a great ride for Lynn. It's good to see him getting back into his form as your 2024 champ. And yeah, as we're going to head back, because we kept an eye on him for a little bit. See the last laps, it was TJ and then Lynn's. Oh, looks like Cam actually ran it. So Cam, TJ, then Lynn's. Cam is a little ways back from TJ, who's a little ways back from Lynn's. You see Aiden still sitting good in P4. P5 is not LC. It's going to be Jake. Trek, as you can see, no Mason came through. I got Troy in P6. 7 for Frank. Good on Frank. Love to see that. And then Davey in 8th, but Frank has a lot of cuts. That's why he's behind. What's his nuts? Davey. I got Axel Zyrefix in that P10. I think it's P9 once Mason gets kind of back down to where he's supposed to be. It's a good ride from Axel. And there's Breezy, who should be the P10 guy, I'm pretty sure. Bedden, Danny. There's Dark and Mason stuck together. Miles. Marco. And you got Migo Pickle and Neon. So maybe on his screen Mason might be P5, but this game's so broken. Like, it's not even for people switching bikes, just people leaving and rejoining the server is what's, I think, is what's making them spawn into each other, which is absolutely stupid. But as that is Mason or Dark down, I don't know, someone down. I don't know. Figure it out as we go. But betting P13, it shows on timing and scoring. Might be P11. But he was your early race leader, got the whole shot and everything. Back down the hills, we're going to cut across to Axel again. Then you got Frank. Says to turn right, not give a shit. Did not want to ride the track. Did not want to take that tabletop. Where's the boy? Where's the boy? Where's the man? Where's the man? Oh, Dizzle gone. Dizzle had enough. All right. Oh, and there goes Frank down. Not much battle, and so you just, oh, this guy crashed. Everyone's really spread out, so there's not much to commentate. It's Bobby. You see Aiden here P4. We'll show Aiden a little more. Like I said, best result of the year, beating his previous best, which was 6th, which he got last moto, which I think the best before that was like an 11th or 10th. So good on Aiden. Figuring out how to finally get some decent starts here, back-to-back motos. Got about a minute and 2 laps left to go, so maybe 3 laps, 2 laps, whenever they come to the line. So it depends on when Linz gets there. He has plenty of time to back off. Well, probably doesn't want to, but it'll be close. Gonna head up there to see how close he is gonna be. There's TJ, your P2. 12 seconds back from Linz. So he goes. See if he could. He will probably get there within 30 seconds. I'll be hella honest. Yeah, he doesn't have enough time to back off now. Well, that's... So 3 laps left to go here for your leader of Linz. With a charging TJ who on track is about 11 seconds, 12 seconds back. But, you know, that time pushes up to about 16, 17 seconds. 18. It was KFC. KFC won 250 Moto 1. It was KFC, then Brad, then Gatorman. Might be Chubbs. But it's only speculation, don't know for sure. All right. It's just Marco. Whew. Was I watching TJ? Yes, I was. All right. So it's 10 seconds, 15 seconds with the cuts. So there's no HM from Start Your Systems is racing this week. So coming up to 2 laps ago, maybe white flag. I'd fuck if I know. My brain immediately forgot. So I think we're coming to 2 laps to go. With TJ charging hard here. Yep, 2 laps to go now. Now you'll see the gap back to TJ. That's Marco. And then there's TJ right there on the Moto Academy machine. Man, fucking tired. We're just going to be quietly watching. Like I said, there's not really any battles, unfortunately. So now we're just kind of watching. Ooh. TJ had to make a small maneuver there. Oh, I did. Sorry. It was Brad that won, and then it was... Or sorry, not Brad. It was KFC that won, Brad P2, and then a guy to name Gatorman P3, who I have heard might be Chubbs. But that's all I can go off of who Gatorman is. Or Light P3, I don't know. Is it Gatorman or Light who got P3? I think Gatorman probably. I don't know, that was like 40 minutes ago. Down, Mark. Wow, fuck me, I am tired. So we'll see if TJ can close it in. It's 10 seconds in a lap and like 2 turns. I doubt it. But Linz has some lap traffic ahead of him or near him. Over the tables they go. Linz is going to take the white flag here. There it is. With a bunch of lappers around him, which has to be... Yes, oh, it's Neon. Putting a hand up. And he absolutely dies. Okay, then yeah. Then yeah, it was yeah, KFC, Brad, and Chubbs. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Linz does not hit him. Okay, that's good for him. That's kind of what I was waiting for to see if he did end up hitting him. Neon looking down the inside, lapper, and gets absolutely shafted. as Danny absolutely dies right ahead of him. Now Linz has some breathing room here for the next half lap. You can go up Mount Martin the first time. Got a couple lappers down on the double. Luckily they're up and moving already. See what happens with this one. Linz runs into the back of him. Doesn't go down though. So only got a couple more corners to go. We got lapper. Okay, Linz is able to pull away from the lapper. He's got the tabletops. And then 2 corners to go here. Gets through one. Yeah, through the second. He's going to easily get through this last one. And it took a couple rounds for him to get going, but after round number 5, it's been lights out and pretty good for Linz. It's going to be his second moto win of the year here at Millville, round number 2. It's only going to be enough for P2 overall, but that's going to help him out a little bit. And then TJ across the line, P2. It's going to be a Cam in P number 3. So Cam going to take a third, and it's going to have him get third overall behind Linz, with TJ winning it, but that P2, but go 1-2 on the day. And then you got Jake coming across line P5 after Aiden's P6. Or sorry, P4. All right. Let me see if the 250s are put up or not. Does not look like it. So, you know, I'll probably end up showing it next week. Showing the overalls next week and all that, or can only assume it's probably Brad or Casey battling for it. But yeah, next week we do have Washougal, and then we got a 2-week break, and then it is Unadilla, Butts Creek, and Ironman to round out the year. But yeah, I'll give it a minute to see if we whatever it's called, get the the overall put in. All right. Let's do a quick little refresh. Bet. All right. All right. So they're all good. All right. So, let me, boom. 250 results. Brad and KFC swapped, so they went 1-2 2-1. Gatorman went 3-3 for third, and then Ethan and Jam and Lipstick. Ethan, Moto Option, Nacho, Nico, and Light, top 10. Then you go to 4 fatties. It was TJ, Linz, Cam, and then you got Trojan, Aiden, Jake, Davey, Frank, Boy, Breezy, and J7. Then we're going to go to this. OWDO. Point standings here. All right. So it is still a 49-point lead as Brad and KFC have swapped. Froxy is now 94 points back out of the lead and 45 out behind Brad. You got Aaron, who is 100 back, 102 back to Marco. We'll go to 4 fatties. Cam now has a 45-point lead instead of 50. So 5-point gain for TJ. And he has a 69-point lead. So Ben's gained 1 point on him. Heck yeah. And then Troy is almost 100 points back. So those are your top 5 points. Thank you, boys, for joining me. We'll see if we're a little more energetic next time. I got woken up early today, so I'm really tired. I'm sure you could tell. So, thank you guys for joining me. Saw we had a little bit more viewers on the YouTube side than normal, so that's always good, growing that as well. But yeah, peace out, y'all. See y'all next week at Washugo, same time. And yeah, good luck to everyone in NA that joined the stream. But peace.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping light.